Hello, everybody, and welcome to an all new episode of Stefan's Kitchen. This week, I'm not going to do the an Asian dish this week, but instead, I'm going to do something for vegetarians as well as, well, for anybody else. It's more of a side dish, I guess, or something to go with a roasted beef or, chicken or, one of those Sunday evening kind of meals. So, let's cook roasted vegetables. Now, I know what you're thinking first. Isn't that very vegetarian if that's bacon lining the pan? Well, that's just something that I decided to add in later. And as you can see, I used garlic and black pepper just to give that a bit of flavor on the bottom because the vegetables are going to be going on top. And it also adds a bit of grease and flavor again from the bacon. So, what we're going to do next is we're going to chop up some onions. And again, this is roasted vegetables. There's no specific amounts. This is however much you want. This is also good as a leftover for the next day as well. So believe me, once you try this and once you start eating it on a regular basis, you may even turn away from the regular boiled vegetables. And next, what I do is I get leeks, and I'll put those in as well. Now they do taste somewhat oniony, but at the same time they're not really onions, and they do have their own distinct flavor. So I do love having leeks on their own as well. So that's why I put those in. And remember, you can use whatever vegetables you want. I mean, you're not limited to these. This is just a generality, what I use this time, more or less. And this is the way I usually like to do it. You can also add in like other things like mushrooms are really nice. I didn't put any in this specific recipe myself, but feel free to add in whatever you want. You can also add in squash. What else? Turnip if you really want to. Now, for myself, I'm a really big fan of turnip, but at the same time, I do not like roasted turnip. Usually, it gets quite bitter. I mean, it's pretty bitter as it is, but I don't know. I usually like to have it boiled up when it comes to turnip. And that's just me. I've known some people who actually like to eat turnip raw as well, or that kind of thing, but that's something I can't do. So as you can see, I'm just arranging all the leeks in here. We have a really nice colorful bottom now, and we're going to have a really solid base now to the flavoring of the vegetables. So next, we're going to cut up and add in some carrots. As you can see, again, I'm just arranging these as best I can to have them spaced out. Let as much of the flavor and the aromatics go all the way through these vegetables. And here I'm going to just use a bit of sea salt, just to make sure, because the thing is with vegetables, you want to be seasoning all of your vegetables, because if you only do the one little, there's a little bit of extra pepper there, but if you only throw in one layer of salt there on top of all your vegetables, you're going to find it really fresh and not as flavorful. So I just added some, as I said, the salt, the pepper, and the garlic powder. Again, the three that I always use in everything I cook pretty much. And again, that's just my personal taste on everything. I do like garlic in almost everything. Next, I'm going to add in some of this parsley, this freeze-dried parsley. And again, that's just going to help with color. Again, people say that parsley doesn't really have a flavor. I have to disagree. I find that, one thing, like garlic bread tastes nice and all, but if you add the parsley, for some reason, it just tastes better. Now, again, that may just be me, but, I add it to a lot of different things. So, next I added in a little bit of oregano, and I just finished off that jar, so that was good. Now, and like I was saying, recently we've been having our cooked dinners with roasted vegetables instead of boiled, because it just seems much different. The flavors are much different. I think we almost prefer them over the boiled vegetables, because you lose a lot of the flavor, and even the vitamins, nutrients, everything else that's in the vegetables gets lost into the water, whereas everything here is going to be roasted, and all that stuff is going to be sealed and trapped inside of each individual vegetable. Anything that's run off, I mean, you could also make into a gravy with a little bit of add that, and maybe the drippings from the meat pan or something like that, like you normally would with a cooked dinner. And make yourself a really, really nice gravy. This does the drippings from this, because I like to add in, as you can see here, a bit of olive oil. I'll do this several times over. Now, I put my finger right on the top there, just enough so that it can have a nice flow without pouring out too much at a time. So this way I can coat everything a little bit nicer, as you can see. And there we go. So that's not bad at all. And another thing, as you can see here, I've only used a really small roasting pan. It looks like it's pretty big, but believe me, it's not that big. And once I have all the potatoes chopped up and added in there, you can see there for yourself, there's not much room left for anything else really. I don't know why, but I just showed off the olive oil twice. I guess I was going to cut there, but I'm just going to leave that in, who cares. But add another layer of olive oil to the potatoes, and again, don't forget to season between layers, because again, you're gonna want that extra salt on all your vegetables to help release, to help season and help release some of their flavors. So again, just season like you would normally. I don't have any specific amounts for this. This is all by taste and eye. And believe me, after a couple of times, you will know everything that, how you want everything to be. And next, again, we're going to be adding more black pepper. Black pepper is, again, another really, staple seasoning. At least here in Newfoundland it is. We add salt and black pepper to pretty much everything. And I mean, that's usually a staple in cooking anyways, to add both. But pepper is usually not, I guess, the top seasoning by any means. So next, as you can see, just add some freeze-dried chives. Here we go. And that's again to give a little bit of extra oniony flavor on the top, because these potatoes are pretty far away from the onions as it is right now. And again, a little bit more parsley. And we're just about done. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little tiny bit of chicken broth. This will add a little bit of extra steam, so the vegetables on top can actually cook a little bit faster as well. See, and just a little bit like that on that side, a little bit there, a little bit there. And that's just so that I can make sure that the liquid is actually moving around and getting everywhere into the pan. And here's our oven. Now, I already have bacon wrapped pork chops in the oven there, which were pretty basic actually. They're just your basic rib chop, and it's been seasoned with salt, pepper, and garlic, like everything I do. And then I just wrapped it in bacon and kept that last strand down with a toothpick. So as you can see, here are the roasted vegetables finished and done. They have a really nice color. It smells incredible, and believe me, you will really, really, really enjoy this. I can guarantee that you'll switch from your regular boiled vegetables at least once to try this, and you will not be disappointed. And like I said, by all means, try whatever vegetables you want. Anything that you'd normally have, or even wouldn't normally have. You can try green beans is another thing. I mean, there's a lot of different vegetables you can actually use. And here are the pork chops I was talking about. And like I said, just your basic seasoned, rib chop. And then I just used, I think it was 2, maybe 3 strips of bacon. I think it was 2 though. And here you can see the toothpicks are just jabbed into the end, which is the last, strand of the bacon, and it's pinned down at the very end of the chop. And yeah, they have a really nice color. I also brushed them over with barbecue sauce once they were pretty much cooked, just to add in the extra little bit of flavor. And that's pretty much the meal, guys. So as always, thank you guys very, very much for watching. Please go try this recipe, and by all means, leave a comment, do a video response. I always welcome those. So I'll see you guys later.